Okay, so if y'all will look up at the screen real quick, you can see I've got one with a tip on it that has a free edge, you can kind of see, and one that doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tip and we're going to glue it on backwards. So we're going to turn it around and we're going to use the back side of the tip that'll slide down into this finger, and we're going to glue it in backwards to simulate a free edge. So you can see this is actually going to be too long for my finger, and because when I take my tip nipper and I try to nip this, I can't really get it in here. It won't fit because the base of the finger. So I usually cut this first with either a tip nipper or some fingernail clippers or toenail clippers. I'll go ahead and trim some of the length off of my tip. And I've really got this roughed up pretty good. And then we're going to glue it in backwards. One of the things, since these are kind of challenging to glue the tip on, people tend to want to put way too much glue on their tip. You need to have enough glue, but you don't need to have it real thick. If you do, it won't stick. So I just put one drop in here, and I'll kind of rock my tip back and forth, or use the tip of your glue and kind of move it around. Can't see it. So you just kind of want to roll this around. Be sure you don't stick your finger to the tip. I've done it many times. And then we're going to slide our tip all the way underneath what would be the kind of the cuticle area of the finger. And then you're going to hold it for probably 30 seconds. And it takes a while for this to stick. And even then, it's not going to be stuck like it would be on a fingernail, because this is not a fingernail, it's plastic. And so we want to be kind of careful as we're working with this. And we will kind of brace it like with our finger like this as we're working with it to file it or shape it to make sure we don't knock this off, okay? First, we're only going to need one powder. I recommend taking clear or pink. You don't have to do pink and white, none of that nonsense when you go to board. It's just the one powder and you roll with it. So this would be our client, our little finger. We have our glue, and then you're going to need another tip, because even though we put a tip on this finger, we're going to be simulating applying a tip. Okay, we won't have this here. We're going to get this out of my way. My client's finger, and when they tell you to begin, you may have a regular towel underneath your little paper towel and your table towel. When they tell you to begin, what's the first thing you're always going to do? Well, we're not going to be able to wash them, so what are we going to do? There you go. So you're going to sanitize your hand, and you're also going to be sanitizing your client's finger. So you have to pretend that you're sanitizing your client's finger. They want to see you do that, okay? So this is going to be her free edge. This is our natural nail. So the first thing we would do before we apply tip is we're going to remove the shine from the nail. Again, remember how I told you, even though this is stuck on, we want to kind of brace this because you're going to be a little anxious, you're going to be nervous, and this is the first thing you're going to do in your test. The last thing you want to do is knock your tip off and then be all flustered through the rest of it. So you just, they're not looking for you to actually do things like remove the shine from the nail. What they're looking for is to see that you know the procedure and that you know how to be safe and sanitary. So it's way more important that you sanitize your hands than it is that you actually go through a big long process of removing the shine on this nail. Okay? What they want to see is you kind of go through the motion. So you just want to take your buffer, remove your shine, okay? And then we would be ready to apply our tip. We'll have a little brush. You're going to remove your dust, and we may not do that today, but this is what you're going to do. You're going to remove the dust with the direction that the nail grows from the cuticle, and then it's going to be time to apply your tip. So we're going to put one drop of glue in our well, and they're looking for you to be able to, we call this rock, how do you say it, stop, rock, and roll or something like that. But you want to take your finger, hold your finger on top of your tip that's on your finger. Take your finger, hold the tip on top of the plastic finger there. And then we're going to swipe our glue, and we're going to bump the well of our tip up against the free edge of our nail. And then we're going to hold this because it too is going to take a few seconds to glue. It's really not like doing it on a human. Even though we're gluing this on top of another piece of plastic, there's no body heat here except for us. And it takes everything a little bit longer to set up when you're working on artificial stuff. Sometimes what I do is sing the alphabet in my head like I'm washing my hands. And then we know that that's probably going to be set up. That's pretty firm. Okay, so now it's time for us to trim with our tip nipper. And it's challenging to get the tip nipper up here to do this because of the base of the finger. So we could turn it around backwards if we wanted to. It's really difficult to do. It kind of will be in at an angle, which isn't how you would normally do. Normally, if you're trimming a tip, you're going to have it parallel to it, but we can't do that because of the base. So you want to hold your finger. I've got my finger holding the tip where I've glued it, kind of in that stress area. And then we'll go ahead and slice that off, okay? I'm still going to keep my finger on top of my stress area where I've glued that on, and then we're going to shape our nail. I'm keeping my finger here so that I don't file the nail off of my finger. Okay. And now we're going to blend it. And again, we want to be careful. We don't want to use a lot of force here because we can buff that tip right off of our finger. They're looking for you when you blend this to not be on the natural nail, which seems weird because we don't really have a natural nail. So you're going to pretend it's a natural nail, and they're looking for you to only be thinning out the extension. And you're just going to pull that out, and you're just going to dab it onto your natural nail area, okay? We're not going to come down the extension. We're going to dab it where the natural nail would be. 1 drop's enough, and be finished with it. What they want to see is that you know not to get this on the client's skin because it burns, right? Y'all ever had anybody put primer on your skin and it burns? So they're looking for you to be safe with this and not get it on their skin. Then it's going to be time for us to go ahead and apply our acrylic. So with the odorless, it may be more challenging to do it with 1 ball. You may feel like you need to do 2. So we're going to back this off of our brush. Again, we're going to pick up liquid, back it off. And I'm just going to be using clear. You can, they don't really care what color you use, and you don't need 2 colors. You can see how much I have on my brush and how it looks kind of dry. That's really kind of what we want. And then we're going to press this down off of our brush and hold it there for a second. And we should be able to drag our brush out of the product, wipe it, and let's go back into our liquid. So same thing, we're going to keep our brush parallel to our nail, and we're patting. We're just going to pat this through the center out, pat it into place. When we're down here in the cuticle area, look up on the screen real quick. In the cuticle area, we're going to angle our brush 45 degrees towards the cuticle. This is going to help our acrylic taper down towards the cuticle. And I'm not swiping, I'm only patting here. Okay, we're going to do 1 more smaller ball right on the free edge of our nail. Kind of in through the apex, we want to press this one into place.
Hey, watch her not practicing the practice. She's showing me how to put the acrylic on the finger.
And then when you get to the free edge of your finger, now instead of angling at 45 degrees towards the cuticle, now you're going to angle your brush 45 degrees towards you, and you're going to pat this into place. That's going to make your acrylic, it's going to level out the way it should with kind of a natural arch down towards the free edge. We've got a natural arch towards the cuticle and a natural arch towards the free edge. This is called an inhibition layer. So that stickiness that you're going to feel, that's what we call it. It's very sticky. And this should roll up. Really, the only way I know how to describe it is it should roll up kind of like a little booger. Okay? It should roll up into one big little booger kind of. So the other way I describe it to students, how many of you have changed a dirty diaper? Not a wet diaper, but a dirty diaper. Okay? So when you're changing a dirty diaper and you're wiping a cute little rear end, if we take one wipe and we just wipe and keep wiping with the same wipe, are we getting your little rear end clean? No. What are we doing? Spreading it around. So we don't want to buff, we have to buff the inhibition layer off of this nail. We won't buff it like this back and forth, because if we do, it's the same thing as wiping a little dirty rear end with one wipe. We have to roll it off one direction. It's really, that's the best way I know how to describe it, and see, you're going to remember it now. Because if we do it like this, a lot of people are like, it just stays sticky. I can't get it not sticky. Well, it's because you're just smearing it around. So we start, and I still will kind of brace this with my finger lightly, even though I have acrylic on it, because I don't want it to come off, okay? So we're going to go this direction. I'm going one direction. And I'm using some muscle. So when I was telling you you're going to rough up this finger to glue your tip on, remember when I said you've got to use muscle to get this rough? You've got to use muscle to roll this off. Can y'all see the little booger if I hold it to the side?
Yeah.
All right. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for rolling the booger up, okay? So we roll it all the way over to one side, and I'm not going back and forth at all. I'm buffing one direction. Then when we get it to the side, we're going to take our file and we're going to roll it down. And this is what you're going to have is like, I mean, it seriously looks like a booger. I mean, that looks like a little booger. And that'll come off of the nail. Now it's ready for us to buff and refine and make it look better. But you've got to buff that off in one direction. You've got to use some muscle, and you cannot go back and forth. Okay? Got it? If it doesn't come off well, then you may need to do it one more time. But if you need to do it one more time, if it still feels sticky, until it doesn't feel sticky, we're only going to go in one direction. Okay? Now that our sticky's off, we're going to buff it. Then we can switch to our finer buffer or the softer grain buffer. And that's all we're going to do to it. That's it. Yeah, and then you want to take it to a different file and go ahead and treat them.